button undone? Am I button undone? You do that up. Don't want this to start off from a saucy place. There we go. Oh no, that looks weird. Let's do it without the button. Let's go saucy. Hello everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Essential Scents. How are you? Hello. Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Gourmand. Look, it says it on my box. It says Gourmand. That's what we're doing. Gourmand. I'm a little bit late. I apologise. I've changed my setup this evening. Wanted to be near the Christmas tree, and I didn't realise how long it would take me to adjust it. So here we are. By the Christmas tree. Yeah, okay, fine. It's telling me I can add people, but that's in the way of seeing your comments. So I want to see the comments from the lovely people. Hello everybody, hi Mairead, hi Michelle, hi Maria, hi Lucy, hi Phoebe. I'm trying to get in my box currently. I want to get in my box. Urgh. There we go. Hi Carol, hi Marie, hello, hello, hello. I'm in the box. Normally I open them in advance, and having kerfuffled with that for like the last 2 minutes, I now know why. Because I'm not the most coordinated of people. Thank you. I'm glad you love my polo, Lisa. I wore this on a Teams meeting today and I realised that I was actually having quite a senior conversation with people and they could just see Elmo bobbing up from the bottom of the screen. That was not my finest hour. Hi Pat, hi David, hi George, hi Vicky, hi Carol. Hello, hello, hello. 36 people already, wow. I'm always impressed when people can pronounce my name right. Well, points for me, Mairead. It's a good name. It's a good name. 10 out of 10 name. Top-notch name. Hi, Kirsten. Do you all like my Christmas tree? Yes, it is rather magnificent. I went for a real tree this year. I'd never had a real tree before. I mean, we had them as kids, but as an adult, I've never had a real tree. Hi, Judy. Hello. I'm here. I'm here. Everybody, I'm here. I'm a little bit late, but I was faffing around with my setup because I wanted to show you my Christmas tree because it's Christmas. Yes, you're all hungry for the Gourmand reveals. I know, I'm hungry as well. Funny story about food. My husband, Nigel, came home from Waitrose earlier and said to me, we'd been having this long discussion about after 8 mints because on Boxing Day, we want to have kind of like a us day where we just have like nibbles and stuff. And I was like, we have to have after 8. Couldn't find any online on the food shop, on the Ocado. So he came back today from Waitrose with 2 boxes of After 8s and said to me, there are 2 boxes of After 8s in the kitchen in a bag. You are not to open them or touch them. They are for Boxing Day. Fine, I've been given my instructions. I will follow that. I come downstairs and I go, oh, here are the After 8s. We should really put them with the Christmas stuff. And he went, I've opened one already. Told me I wasn't allowed to open them because I would eat them. And he had already opened them and started eating them. Grounds for divorce, that. Grounds for divorce. Hi, Helen. Welcome. I'm glad this is your first box. You're rounding off the year, but we've got more exciting things in 2022 to share with you, so I hope you'll join us on that. You'll regret the real tree on January the 6th. Probably yes. The real tree do smell nicer, although Pugsley has had a tendency to pee up against the real tree, which is very annoying. You can hear him snorting in the background. Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea's here. Chelsea is manning the Escentual tonight. Excellent. Sophie, I don't blame you because Pringles are great, as are Twiglets. I'm very excited. We're already at 50 people. This is very exciting. Just get people to come on. What is it? What's the time? It's only 5 minutes past. We'll be fine. We'll wait another minute and then we'll let everybody come on and then we'll start doing some spritzing and there we go. Yeah, exactly. Once you pop, you can't stop. And I will eat them so quickly that I just won't even take the little packets off. I'll just start eating them because, you know, efficiency. Janine's looking forward to the reveal. Oh, interesting. Using After 8s as a wafer to scoop up the mint Viennetta. I feel like I need to try that. It's been very difficult for me actually recently, guys. I think you'll understand this. They've opened a Cinnabon near where I live. I've never had Cinnabon before. And I think there are a few things in life better than a warm, gooey Cinnabon. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been open like 2 weeks and I've been 3 times. It's really Twiglets are amazing. They actually taste like twigs and Marmite. I love it. I love it. They're so knobbly and weird. And I never eat Twiglets at any other time of the year except for Christmas, but I love them. It's just weird. Okay, who is ready for Gourmand? Who is hungry? Who is hungry? Anna hasn't opened her box yet. I'm just going to do it along with us. You can go as we go. Interesting. Thank you. Glad you like my tree. It's beautiful. I've got these lovely neon stars. I don't know if you can see them hanging there. There's one just down there next to my chair. Cinnabon is great. Anyone have mince pies and Stilton? Apparently it's a thing. I can see that working actually. I'm going to have to try that. Mince pies and Stilton. You shouldn't have started with Cinnabon. I really shouldn't. It's so good. It's so good. Although they need to get their act together. They're not very organised in there. They never have the big ones. I end up having to have 2 mini ones together. And then you can get the take-home ones, which obviously I do as well. I get the take-home ones and have those later, but still. Same. I always have food on the brain. I'm a foodie. I would say I'm a gourmand. Yes, yes, yes. This is why I look like this and not like very skinny. Stilton's a worst past of Christmas, says Helen. I'm just wondering how I boot somebody from the chat. How do I boot Helen from the chat for not liking Stilton? I can't work it out. I'm only joking, Helen. You can stay. Okay, let's get going because there's 59 of you and that's a good number, I've decided. Hello, welcome to Essential Scents. This is the December live reveal numero uno and we are here to talk Gourmand. If you have not been here before and you are joining us for the first time, welcome to our mad, slightly raunchy, often strange, but definitely very smelly place. This is where we talk about the fragrances in your box. And tonight we're going to be revealing A to D. The way this works is I'd lie and say I'll be here for half an hour and then in 3 hours we'll still be talking. You just have to put up with that. That's the way it is. I'll tell you a little bit about the theme. Then we will kind of go through each of the fragrances, why I picked them, why I put them in the box, and what they mean in terms of the general overt gourmand theme. And then we'll do a quick reveal and I'll ask you what you think about them and you'll tell me and it will be a great laugh for everybody and we'll have fun. There is no right or wrong. If you smell it a certain way, then that is correct. Nobody's going to tell you that you're wrong, except I might just for fun. Who knows? Depends on my mood. So, as always, I've got 5 boxes to give away. So 5 citrus boxes. This is January's box for free because it wouldn't be a giveaway otherwise to give you something and then ask you to pay for it. For the best comments, questions, or just things that make me laugh, or just what I fancy giving them away to, because there is no rules around that, and there is no oversight. I am a man with a lot of power and not very much common sense, so we'll just go with that. Yeah, so I'm really excited. So just keep commenting in the chat. I'll kind of dip in and out of that as we go. You haven't missed the reveal, Sean. We haven't even started yet. Looking forward to finding out what D is, says Gail. Siobhan says, lovely Christmas tree, Thomas. Yeah, it is lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love a tacky Christmas tree. So I have lots of weird and wonderful ornaments on here that don't match. I do not like a theme. I think that is cheap. I would love tackiness. That's why I've got great big neon stars on there. Mince Pie says, Stilton, we're back on that. That's great. Joanne says, sorry she's late. You will have to see me after class. Thank you very much. And I think we're back. Back to the bottom. Tacky's brilliant, I agree. Every time my boy sees you here, he says, oh, the snake guy. Yeah, that's me, the snake guy. Yeah. That's me. I'm the snake guy. I only have 1 snake, though. I feel like 1 snake is fine. If I have more snakes, then it becomes a thing, and I'm like, that snake guy, you know? Like I became that perfume guy. I feel like I could do one or the other. I don't feel like I could be that perfume guy and that snake guy, you know? I feel like it's just 2 levels of weird, right? You've got to curb the weirdness. Are we talking about food yet? Haven't missed anything. Yes, indeed, we are talking about food and we haven't missed anything. Your sister sounds amazing, Nikki, if she's sending you a tacky ornament every year. I'm all for that. If she wants to put me on her list, I'm happy to take them. Okay, it's the perfume guy, says Paula. That's me. It's me, it's the perfume guy. I can't be the candy snake guy. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's go. This one I think is going to be relatively straightforward because gourmand is quite an easy theme to talk about because a gourmand is a person who is fond of eating great food and normally to excess. Hello, this is me. Hi, gourmand. It makes sense then that gourmand fragrances are those that are utterly delicious and delectable. And they feature a wide range of edible notes. They can be things like vanilla and candy floss and marshmallows and sticky berries and coffee and creme brulee and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And what I quite like about gourmands is they don't have to be very literal. They can be quite abstract. You can get stuff that has kind of like a gourmand facet that's kind of tasty without trying to recreate the smell of a dessert in particular. Also, they don't have to be sweet. I think they tend to be sweet because people don't often want to smell like, I don't know, spaghetti carbonara, although I'm sure somebody would try. But you do get savoury fragrances. And it's a shame because there's a fantastic savoury fragrance called Fille de Dieu, which means like son of God, by Etat Livre d'Orange, which was a brand I believe we used to stock a lot from, that smells like coriander and coconut milk and has like a real Thai curry vibe, but it's wearable. So that would have been great to show you in this box as a savoury thing, but we don't have that at the moment. So anyway, they don't have to be sweet. So I would like to tell you more about the history of gourmands, but to do that, I need to tell you more about fragrance A. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go straight into telling you about fragrance A today. I'm not going to hang around too much because we need to talk about A to talk about gourmands. But before I do that, what I want to tell you about this box is that in the first half, A to D is kind of your intro to gourmands, but we have in here the first gourmand, a niche gourmand, a masculine gourmand, and a modern gourmand. So kind of a little tour of the world of gourmand. And then as we go from here, which is E to H, we've got some stuff that goes a bit weird. So there we go. This is what we're going to do. Right. Are you ready, everybody? Shall we talk about fragrance A? I'm just going to go ahead even if you say no. Burger King did do a fragrance. I'm sure they did. Or they did at least did a campaign where they said they were going to do one. The Library of Fragrance did a fragrance called Pizza that smelled like cold pizza on the floor of a uni student's flat, and it was the worst thing I've ever smelled. It was like so literal I wanted to die. That fancy schmancy glittery nail polish guy, that's me, that's me. I actually bought more nail colours today. I know. I spent £35 on a Jimmy Choo one the other week because I'm insane. And I bought some Dior ones from Escentual today. One was a pink sparkly one and one was a nude one. The nail varnish guy. But Chelsea, I'm using that nail glow. Look how shiny my nails are. That nail glow that you sent me. Thank you very much for that. Look how shiny my nails are. Okay, we're getting into it. We're getting into A. Sorry, I get very easily distracted by all of you wonderful, wonderful, fascinating people. Let's do A. So, let me spritz some A. In its deceptively strange blue colour, which I suppose doesn't really help in not knowing what this fragrance is because the blue is so iconic. But also, when you smell this, most of you will probably know what it is. So A was the first gourmand fragrance, and it's easily one of the most iconic fragrances in the world. I still believe to this day it's one of the, always in the top 5 bestsellers. It's also one of the most divisive fragrances. People either love it or they absolutely hate it. And what it does is it shows gourmand notes in a slightly abstract way. It's sweet and edible, but also it's not. It's very high fashion. It's also incredibly much more like fruity than I remember. Yeah, it is. It's so much fruitier now. It's very high fashion. It's you know, at the time it came out, it was completely unique and novel, and now it's been copied a billion times. But in terms of gourmands, this fragrance is the GOAT. And I'd even say it's probably the GOAT period. If you know me, this is my hands down favourite fragrance of all time. There you go. I'm just going to say it. It's my favourite fragrance of all time. If any of you say mean things about it, I'm going to boot you from the chat. I'm joking. I don't have that power. I don't have that power. So what do we think of A? Who likes A? Who hates A? What do we think? How are you going to describe it to me? Let's go. Kirsten says honeyed peaches. Gail says she hates it. Judy says it makes her feel depressed. Sorry, Judy. Anna says headache. Reminds me of old library books and baby powder. Cool. Lisa says nail glow is amazing. Nail glow is amazing. It's so shiny. I got a compliment on my nails from someone this week. They said, your nails are so shiny. And I went, they're just naturally like that. Because that's what you do. If someone says, your skin looks amazing, you lie. You don't tell them you're using products. You just go, oh, this, I don't do anything. It's just how I look. Same thing with smells. People go, oh, you smell really nice. You just go, oh, that's just my natural musk. It's just my natural musk. Reminds me of bedraggled drag queens on the seafront in the rain in Brighton after the club's kick out. That is actually the notes. So actually, Gavin, it does say in the notes, bedraggled drag queen, Brighton seafront, nighttime despair. Those are the 3 notes in this fragrance. So actually, you've got that right. Well done, Gavin. Anna's bum hurts from sitting on the fence. Get off the fence. Janine says the goat worn by those you love and dislike. Sweet overload, but I like it. I like the best from A to D. A for avant-garde, very glam. I hate it, but it's my mum's signature scent. Not keen, it has that undertone of decay. Lisa says she hates it. It's okay, Lisa, I'll let you off because you commented on my nail glow. Reminds me of that overpowering person that's OTT. Yes, that's me. George loves the patch, not too sure about the foodie, jammy, fruity part. If Xenia says if November Box was about leather daddies, I've forgotten about the leather daddies. A is a dirty mummy. Xenia, have a box. Because you said leather daddy and also said dirty mummy. Definitely a chocolate praline vibe. Yeah, totally agree. Like Ferrero Rocher, the ambassador is spoiling us a little bit. Can't tolerate it, 2BO for me. It's got that polleny honeyness. What I found really interesting in the group actually is that lots of people were saying honey, and I've never really thought of it as honey. And I've worn this fragrance for, God, 15 years? I've never thought of it as honey. But I get it. I get it. So, this fragrance, let's talk about it. It is so distinct, so unique, so contrasting. And what I find really interesting about this fragrance is it is full of sugariness. So you've got vanilla, really creamy, soft, smooth vanilla. You've got that strange honeyness, which is almost a little bit aromatic. You have got caramel, giving that kind of silky, sugary texture. And then you've got candy floss, which is quite powdery and light and diffusive and a little bit strawberry-esque. And then you have all these berries up top. So it's super, super sweet. Slicing right through that, you have this really strong patchouli note. But the patchouli doesn't really smell like patchouli because it's kind of lost that earthiness of it. So what you actually get is this intense dark chocolate vibe because patchouli has a natural chocolate facet. And it's often used in fragrances to create a chocolate vibe. And it's just this wonderful contrast between soft and comforting and then angular and strange. It's very androgynous. And I just think it's so, even if you hate it, I think you can respect it for its distinct quality, but also how it just creates this wonderful contrast between lovely, soft, sweet, fluffy, and, you know, cheekbones to like cut your face in half or something, you know. Something floral. I think there are floral elements. There's actually nothing floral in the formula. I remember speaking to the perfumer that made this fragrance, and he said they tried to take it in a floral direction and it just didn't work. But yeah, there is definitely a floral element. Seemed to evolve since its first incarnation. Yeah, it's absolutely, of course, it's been around. I mean, it will be 30 years next year. It will be its 30th anniversary next year. So it's going to have changed in those times. Regulatory changes will have made it change. But, you know, things are, that's my chair. That was my chair. That was my chair. Things have changed quite regularly for a number of different reasons. You know, this fragrance's license will have changed. It will have changed the companies that produced it, and there will have been regulatory things, availability of materials. Although when I did speak to the perfumer a while back, and we're talking sort of 5 or 6 years ago, he said that not much had changed in the formula, but who knows? Who knows? So, it's 30. I mean, yeah, Siobhan, yeah, we were little young'uns when this came out. Siobhan says, Grace Jones wearing something pink and fluffy. Have a box. You said the magic word, which is Grace Jones. I love Grace Jones. She's one of my favourites, and I think she's so perfect for this fragrance because she's so androgynous, so, like, glamazon, tall, fascinating personality. So yeah, should I tell you what it is? Okay, fine. So this fragrance is, nobody's surprised, It is Angel by Mugler. This is Angel Eau de Parfum, the original, the goat, from 1992. This was Mugler's first fragrance. They didn't follow this fragrance up with another feminine pillar until 2005, which was Alien, which we did in the solar box. This is one of the many incarnations of the bottles. I couldn't find... I was looking for the, you know, the iconic star bottle. The closest I could find was this little mini one. But I do have about 3 of them, but I just can't find out where they are. So this is Angel, created by perfumer Olivier Cresp in 1992. It is £48 for 45 pence for 25ml. It is a refillable thing. There's refillable and non-refillable bottles, I believe, but you can refill it. Angel works because it is a simple formula made from distinct contrasting accords. It was the first true Gourmand fragrance, and it was a very slow burner when it was released. It was released at a very strange time. If you think about the 90s, it was at the end of the 80s when we'd had all those big syrupy fruit bombs, things like Poison, the big floral fruity fragrances, and yes, I do keep saying the GOAT. So the GOAT is the greatest of all time. GOAT. GOAT. I'm not saying it's a goat. I'm trying to be cool and down with the kids. And clearly, failing. That's what we've learned. Failing massively. Okay. Anyway, so when this launched, they launched it in only a very small number of doors, so you couldn't get it anywhere really. And they very cleverly built like a hype marketing campaign. So because it's so distinct, people would only be able to buy it in a very small number of places. Mugler was obviously a big name, but not as big a name as like Chanel or Dior. So it was a little bit, and obviously the fashion is a lot more off the beaten track, a lot more wild. So when it came out, people would wear it and it was very much a word of mouth thing. And also people loved it, people hated it. And the rest of the 90s is full of like the clean aquatics that we did in the aquatic box, except for Angel, which is just like huge. So yeah, it's very divisive. People love it or hate it. It's so evocative of Mugler's fashion. He was very much inspired by memories of going to the fairground as a kid, of toffee apples and candy floss. But I met Olivier Cresp back in, I think it was like 2015, 2016, I want to say. It was at a afternoon tea where they had announced Georgia May Jagger as the new face of Angel, which is when they had the really cool advert with the song by Bat for Lashes, if anyone remembers that. Great song, What's a Girl to Do? And she was there. I got to meet her. She's very great, very, very beautiful. And her mum, Jerry Hall, was the original Angel. The original face of Angel, so the original Angel. And I was talking to him about the fragrance, and he said it actually started before he worked with Mugler, where he had been playing with the idea of vanilla and patchouli, and he had an accord which he called Pachu. And that's where Vera Struby, who was working with Mugler at the time to develop a fragrance, smelled that and said, we should work with Mugler on that. And he won the brief, and they worked, I think, over 150 mods or something on the fragrance, and then they created Angel. And Angel has had such an impact because fragrances that have this intensity of fruitiness or sweetness against patchouli has become kind of it's a theme. You know, if you look at fragrances like Coco Mademoiselle, they're clearly inspired by Angel, but there is nothing better than this. And it is, for me, it's like an old friend. I don't wear it all the time. I probably come back to it once a year. And the strange thing is, when I come back to it, I will wear it non-stop for 2 weeks, and that will be it. And it's just like I will wear Angel and nothing else. And it's my favorite fragrance. I will never not have a bottle. I absolutely love it. And all the body products are amazing and everything. I love Angel so much. I could sit here and talk about Angel for hours. And people who know me for Angel. They know it's my favorite fragrance. And some of them hate it. My sister says it smells like how does she put it? She says it smells like well, she says I smell like a prostitute when I wear it. Let's just put it out like that. That's my sister, and she loves me, but she gives tough love, yeah? So I've explained a lot about Angel. It's, again, just in essence, it's the sweetness of honey and caramel contrasting with the earthy chocolate tones of patchouli and the sweetness of dewberry. The result is something sharp and angular, but also soft and silky. So androgynous. It's like the waspish waists and angular shoulder pads of Mugler fashion, and it is the GOAT. There you go. So this is I think they still do this bottle. I can't remember. It's got my name on it. I don't know if you can see it. It says Thomas on it. There you go. There you go. Right, I'm going to read back through the comments now because I've been talking for ages. You didn't realise you had so much in common, Robbie Williams. We're basically the same. Just remember live. Hi, Crystal. Love you even more for loving this. Thank you. You'd one on top of the tree. Can you imagine Angel Tree Topper? There is a photo of me at that launch, and I will find it, where I am holding, again, this is me trying to steal stuff again. I look bad. So I was there and they had a glowing bottle of Angel and I tried to steal it, and I've got a photo of me. I will put that in the group. For me, it's an old ex-friend that I had to phase out. Literally, she wore it and she wasn't a nice person in the end. She has had her Angel card removed, Siobhan. We won't have that. She's not allowed to wear it. Wasn't a big perfume fan until I started buying these boxes, so I'm learning so much, but still novice when it comes to identifying the underlying notes. That's cool, Gail. I'm glad that you're learning a lot. And also, it's not about identifying the notes. That's a nice thing to be able to do, that you will do with time as you train your nose and you explore. But I think it's much more important for you to talk about your experiences, your emotions, how the fragrances feel to you in terms of colour and texture and sound. And, you know, if it was a person, who would it be? That kind of stuff I think is more meaningful, and people relate to that. And you'll see on the group here, we talk about notes and people say, I get this facet from it. But we're not tied to what the notes list says. We just say it smells like, and that's completely valid. Funny you said toffee apple. I currently have a toffee apple face mask and trying not to lick my own face. Congrats. I like it, but can't wait for a long time. Top notes agree with me much more than the base notes. Interesting, Aline, because I find that the base notes are much softer. It's interesting. I love the base of Angel. I'm just like, Carol says, it's so passé, darling. Please move on. Did makeup remover work? Pleased to have you here with me, wondering what goat is. Okay, I've scrolled up enough because I'm just missing what's going on now. Thomas, you are a legend. Yeah, I try. If the original is too strong for you, they have loads of flankers. They have loads of flankers. You're right, Manuela. They have so many. You could have put the original Angel Muse and Angel Nova in the box and surprised us if you just have a whole Mugler box. I think Escentual may have had something to say about that. I also don't think we've got all of them. I think we have Angel Nova, but I don't know if we'd still do Angel Muse. I don't know if they discontinued that. Chelsea will be able to tell me. The balloon dog on the Christmas tree, and you're obsessed. Yeah, absolutely. I've also got a little pug here. So it's a little hipster pug that I've got. I don't know if you can see that. It's much more cool than my pug who just barks and is a bit annoying. Although I do love him. I do also have an aubergine emoji one as well, but that's off-site. Angel Muse is my favourite of them. I love Angel Muse. Angel Muse is so weird. It's like Nutella with vetiver. It's so good. Angel Muse, if you can find it, if you find Angel too angular and sharp and mean, Angel Muse is literally, even the bottle is smoothed and rounded. It's like the rounded version. Angel Muse is great. I've got the Violet Angel, Deborah, I love that. The Rose Angel was insanely good. Let's not talk Angel Flankers because we'll be here until, you know, Angel's 60th anniversary. Pugsley, yes, Pugsley. Pugsley's just, he's here. He's been quiet. He was very, very naughty earlier, being a lot of barking. So that is Angel. And I want to build on the lovely question that, well, not question, but point that my dear friend Gavin made. That was, it's like a drag queen. When I wrote about this fragrance, I wrote about it years and years ago. It's a review on my blog, and I basically said that Angel is a drag queen perfume. Like, it is a big fluffy drag queen called Angel who's actually a builder called Steve at the weekends. You know, he's like burly and hairy, but he likes to wear Mugler, haute couture, and we do not judge him for that. So my question is, if A was a drag queen, who would it be? Who would it be? I'm going to spray some on. Let me spray it from my little, I think this is the little 25 mil, no, 15 mil this is. I have so many bottles of Angel, it is literally hilarious. Although I don't have a litre of Angel. I feel like Mugler needs to sort that out. So Mugler actually moved from Clarins. Clarins originally held the license and did for all of Angel's and Alien's life, but they sold to L'Oreal recently. Yep, that's fair. Crystal doesn't want to spray Angel just to kill everything else. Totally on board with that because it is quite strong. RuPaul all the way, says Anna. Oh God, it's so good. I love Angel. Sometimes I wear Angel to bed and Nigel just like looks at me as if, why are you doing this to me? I'm literally glowing neon blue. Sprayed that much on. Hot Fuzz, literally watching this last night. Sergeant Angel. I love Hot Fuzz. What is it? If you want to be a big cop in a small town, you know, F or fuck the model village. Best line in a movie ever. Bag of chips. Oh, we'll see some more Mughal. Oh, okay. I'm going to be WhatsApping you, Chelsea, for the deets on that one. Porsche Turbo. Porsche Turbo, Kirsten says. Kirsten, you're going to have a free box for mentioning Porsche Turbo. Porsche Turbo is one of the greatest humans I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in my life. I love Porsche Turbo. She was in Priscilla Queen of the Desert, the movie. She's like Sydney's most famous drag queen. And she's an absolute gem. And got a filthy sense of humour. Always worry for myself if I'm left alone in a room with her. But that's the joy of being with Porsche Turbo. Love her to pieces. Now your sprayed Angel, how are you going to spell B, C, or D? Well, see, the thing is, this is the nose. This is the nose of a champion. Angel's nothing for me. It's nothing. It's just a light spritz. Nothing. Yes, Kirsten, Portia is my favourite person. Sorry, Nigel. Okay, so I think we had quite a few. We had Bag of Chips. We had Cray Reward, I think. Not a drag queen, but could be. Crystal Versace. Porsche Turbo. Lily Savage. Definitely Lily Savage. Mama Yvette. Okay. Okay. Brilliant. Let's move on to B then. Let's move on. We're going to do B. I'm going to spray B because I have spent, I believe 25 minutes on Angel. 25 minutes. There we go. The live is only going to be half an hour and I spent 25 minutes on Angel. Okay. It's a good thing there's no more Mugles in the box. Otherwise I'd spend ages on them. Okay. Let's do B. Let's do B. So lovely. Yes, Helen, we're moving on to B. We're going on to B. We're getting there. Sorry, I didn't realise I'd done 25 minutes on Angel. What do we think of B then? Who loves B? Sophie says B was lovely. Helen's desperate to find out what it is. Suntan lotion and almond, says Gavin. Totally get that. Michelle says B, that's much better. Baby powder. Yes. Custard creams and Play-Doh. Custard creams. Definitely get the Play-Doh vibe. I want the custard cream vibe because that's a top tier biscuit. Sweet and sweaty skin, slightly like a nightclub toilet. Could it be a Jean Paul Gaultier? It could be. What eyebrow? I don't have any eyebrows. These aren't eyebrows. Ice cream, plastic coconut, baby powder. I'm loving this. This is great. Luxury box of chocolates. Totally agree. Lovely almonds. It definitely has that almond Play-Doh vibe, doesn't it? So good. I want to eat it. So this one is our slightly nichey one. So I included this because I think unlike Angel, which is a little bit abstract, yes, it's sweet, but because the patchouli is so, I don't know, it just changes everything in there to make it so like out of this world. This is actually a little bit more literal. I feel like you are getting more of a classic kind of foodiness from this. It does smell like some kind of dessert. It's interesting. That's why I picked it. But I'd like to talk about Angel some more. Angel was a friend. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to do more on Angel. Yeah, it's kind of niche in the sense like it's not too expensive and it's more like a heritage brand. But I kind of say it's niche because it's a little bit less well known. White chocolate and baby wipes. Love that, Phoebe. Proper foodie scent. Very edible. Okay. I like this because it's got that chocolatiness immediately. I'm going to reveal it by mistake. You've got that chocolatiness. There's this real like butteriness to it. It feels like a ganache. You've put some butter in there and some cream or something like thick and heavy in with the chocolate. But then there is also this kind of like baby powder vibe. It is quite powdery. And there is that like kind of coconutty tropical vibe. It's just giving you lots, but it's also very, very subtle. That's what I like about it. It's creamy, it's subtle, it's a little bit fresh. It's got that kind of florally aspect of the vanilla in there as well. Really, really beautiful. I think it's a lovely fragrance. Do you want to know what it is? Do you? Do you want to know? Condensed milk. Interesting. It's a very grown-up version of the kind of sickly vanilla scent she loves as a teenager. Totally. Sugared almonds. Malibu Ken. Love it. Do you want to know what it is? Are you ready for the reveal? Let's go. I don't know if any of you would have guessed this one. Do any of you recognise this bottle? Does anyone recognise the bottle? This is my question. I'm telling you, I'm holding the bottle. Anyone recommend it? Recognise it even? No, I'm intrigued to see. Well, this is Vanille and Coco by Coudray. So there you go, Coudray, Vanille and Coco. And it is a really, really gorgeous chocolate scent that feels very powdery, very enveloping, but also very gourmand. Sophie, Coudray is a really nice brand that we stock. Yeah, Coudray, Kirsten. This is a nice brand that we stock that they do very kind of classic scents, I would say, but they don't kind of, they're not like Guerlain where it's very much like complicated. I feel like they're very simply presented. That's what I was trying to say. So this is actually annoyingly discontinued, which is sometimes the problem when we put these boxes together at the very beginning of the year. But we do still stock the body oil, and the body oil is, I've got the body oil in one of the other fragrances. I think it's the Iris and the Rose. It feels very much just like wearing the fragrance. So I think it's about £65 for 100 ml, but we don't have the actual fragrance. We only have the body oil, which is a shame. So there you go, Coudray, new brand for you. First time in a box, everybody. So, first time in a box. Oh, Marie bought the body oil. I find the body oil very similar to the fragrances, to be honest. It comes in the same bottle and it's a sprayable body oil. No way you would have guessed it. Another new one. It's a sexy bottle, yes. My lid is broken a little bit on this one. But there you go. Coudray. Iris and Rose is really, really nice. That's my favourite. Ah, your trips to Phoenix in London. Yeah. I think the coconut's kind of in there, Julie, but it's not too prominent for me, so I get why you don't get that. It's not the main facet for me. The body oil is really nice. So, if B was a dessert, what dessert would it be? Crystal says it looks like it smells horrible. Never one to mince her words, is our Crystal. Coconut, I love how it's not too tropical holiday. Yes, it's kind of like foodie coconut, isn't it? So that's Coudray, Vanille and Coco. If it was a dessert, what dessert would it be? I smell of angel. Oh, God, it smells so good. I love angel so much. Coconut creme brulee, custard slice, bowl of custard, milk cake. I love milk cake. Stracciatella. Vanilla shortbread bakewell tart. What did you just call me? What did you just call me, Gavin? Rude. White chocolate and Baileys. Do you know what? I really like Baileys, and the thought of it disgusts me, but it's actually really nice when you try it. A lady lying on a table covered in chocolates. Ooh, that's an interesting dessert. Angel's Delight, creme brulee. Caramel shortbread. Butterscotch Angel Delight. Ooh, God, you guys making me hungry. Toffee cream tart. Okay, let's move on to C then, guys. We've done B. Vanille and Coco by Coudray. Classic, elegant, lovely, cozy, wonderful, warm. Right, let's do C. This is a clean strip. Kirsten got her cat drunk on Baileys. I don't condone that. That's a waste of Baileys. Right, let's do C. Do we like C? What do we think of C? Do we hate C? What do you think? I feel like there were very interesting responses to C. Lots of people were like, oh my God, I hate it. And then I wore it and I really like it. C. Sorry, wait, hold up, Lisa. There's a Hotel Chocolat Baileys. What? Is this like their creme liqueurs that they do? I haven't tried that. I buy my friend the salted caramel vodka every year though, because he loves that. It's literally just the what I buy for Christmas every year. Aline loves C, turns it to licorice. Siobhan said C made me think of a really sharp, almost bitter Key Royale. Yeah. So different on skin, sorry. It's a long day, you know what it's like. As I keep talking, my brain just dissolves. It's the angel. It just destroys my brain. Gavin, could you share some? Could you pour me one while you're there? Thank you very much. Power meeting perfume, heavy and spicy, fresh, a bit more manly, like the drag queen going back to work on a Monday morning. Yes, Steve's back at the building site. I don't wear this often. I have worn this the last 3 days in preparation for this. And every time I put it on, it reminds me of how fantastic it is. So good. So why have I chosen C? Well, C is a masculine gourmand, but it's so unique. I can't think of any other masculine gourmand that smells like this. I think a lot of the time it goes very like 1 Million, that kind of spicy amber apple pie vibe. This is just so unique. And I think what's really cool about it is it shows how you can fuse gourmand elements with such a classic masculine style. So actually a lot of this fragrance is very fougere, because you've got lavender and you've got mint and you've got tonka bean, which is similar to coumarin. So it's very fougere, but almost like a fougere from space, because it's got all this weirdness going on. Feels like a power suit. It's like a zoot suit. Definitely a zoot suit. Very different on the skin. Put it on at 6:30 yes, it's still on my skin almost 10 hours later. Yeah, it lasts. I can see the incensiness. I can totally see that, Siobhan. Remind me of Victoria Sponge with buttercream and jam. Thomas, I haven't lived. I haven't lived, Lisa. I haven't lived. I need to live. George has had them. George, you live like down the road and you've not told me about these. It's rude. Absolutely. George, we went to Hotel Chocolat and we had ice cream. You and I sat there. You bought me an ice cream. But you didn't tell me about the Baileys. I'm offended, George. I'm offended. So clean smelling, like washing up liquid over a chocolate tour. Love that, Anna. Have a box, Anna. I like that. Washing up liquid. Magic word. Well done. Gavin just says, sure. I've scrolled too far now. Good for the imagination, like a peppermint mocha, aka the underrated Christmas beverage. It's like eating something rich and naughty in church. Wow, you guys, you've got all the foodie info. So this fragrance was created by a brand that love a Gourmand. And I wanted to show you all of this fascinating Gourmand elements clashing with something really fougere, really typically masculine, and then just seeing how weird it is, but how it works. On paper, a Forgemond, I don't think we can make that work, Zinnia. I'm there with you. I want to support you. I've got your back, but I just don't think we can make that work. Just don't think it works. Gloopy, sweet and sticky, like wading through treacle in a good way. There is only a good way to wade through treacle. Exactly, Gavin said it. There's no bad way to wade through treacle. You go mouth first. That's essentially it. I'm the only one who doesn't smell mint. No, I'm sure other people don't smell mint. Musky and woody and a bit of sweetness. I'm getting distracted. So this is fantastic. So, do you want to know what it is? No, let's talk about it first. Let's talk about it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You don't deserve to know just yet. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Bear with me. So you get something very minty up top. It's very fresh. I'm sure there's like something like white peppery there as well, because it kind of extends that braciness. You have a lavender note in there, which almost gives the malted sweetness, but also a herbal quality. And then comes all of that warmth. You have vanilla, you have tonka bean, you have musk, you have coffee, you have patchouli. And it's kind of mentholated, but also very sweet, but also not too sweet, quite dry. Something a little bit biscuity in it. And also something really tarry in there. There's like a rubberiness, like a burnt, scorched thing in the form of tar. It's fantastic, but it's so weird. And when you look at it on paper, it should absolutely not work, but somehow it does. It's truly wonderful. It's quite leathery, says George. Yep, totally get that. Smell dirty angel, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to know what it is? It's what the sexy priests wear on a big night out, I imagine. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely what they wear. Okay, you ready? Again, several bottles of this. In fact, I actually have 2 bottles here. Let me get one. I've got 2 here. What I couldn't find is the one that shows you on the website. Of course I couldn't find that. And I had that the other day because I was wearing it and I don't know where I've put it. So this fragrance is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready though? You ready? You said that with some determination. You ready? Okay, whenever you're ready. Sorry. If you don't know what I'm quoting, then you don't deserve to know. You ready? Dun, dun, dun. This is A-Star Men or Angel Men by Mugler. I have a gold one here which has got lots of smudgy finger marks on it, almost as if I may have put hair gel in my hair and then touched the bottle, which it's been a long time since I put hair gel in there. That's the gold version I have. There is also this metal version, which is a very old bottle that I have that's refillable. And also the rubber version, which looks like this bit's black rubber. This is A-Star Men or Angel Men. Came out in 1996 by Perfume Jacques Huglia, and it is £36.55 for a 50ml eau de toilette. Mugler was really into comic books as a kid. So when he created Angel Men, or A-Star Men as it's also called, he wanted it to be inspired by comic book superheroes. So it's meant to be very out of this world, very intense, very alien strange, but kind of addictive. And they had this whole character which was very much like the Silver Surfer. And yeah, and that's what it is. It's very, very hyper masculine, but so abstract. I think it's fantastic. I'm so glad they still do it. They've done so many flankers. They did one flanker which was Angel Men pure malt. They did it one year. They just did like a malt version of it, like a whiskey version. It became so popular. They've done a malt version. They've done a leather version. They've done a wood version. They've done a chili version. They've done a coffee version. They've done a cigar version. They did one called Angel Men Pure Shot. I have a story for you all. Are you ready for story time? Who's here for story time? Hands up in emojis if you're here for story time. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait for story time. Just let me know if you want story time. Sally Ann says, a gold, silver and rubber are representation of the wise men. Anna, I can't give you another box. You've already got one, but it just cements that you should have got that box. Mugler love a flanker. They had an ice version too. Icemen, can't forget that. Tonka, says George. Yep, trust George. George knows his stuff. George is telling me. Pure Havana is, yeah, Havana is so good. So good, Chelsea. George had all of the flankers but not the original. Do you have the original now, George? Okay, here's the story time. So, people, taking my glasses off. This is serious, serious stuff. Here's another Mugler invite. So I was invited to a Mugler launch. They had just launched a new fragrance, and they had just announced their new face of that fragrance, and we got to meet him at a hotel. I don't remember which hotel it was. It was in London. It's one near Oxford Street. I can't remember. I can't remember the hotel. I'm not looking through my emails to find it. It was a good long 8 years ago. Anyway. So, we get there and they show us the fragrance. It's a flanker of Angel Men. Fantastic. They show us the campaign. Fantastic. The man is a sportsman. And we have to eat what he eats for breakfast. So they serve us an egg white omelette, which none of us ate because it was disgusting. And they had this really, really cool campaign. Was it the Sanderson? I think it was the Sanderson, Alina. I think you were right. I think it's the Sanderson Hotel. Anyway. Anna's fascinated by eyebrows because I said I didn't have them. I know, I'm lying. I do clearly, very clearly have eyebrows. I do get them waxed though. Anyway, my eyebrows are not the point of the story. So, the fragrance... so the fragrance is really great fragrance. They've got this guy, he's an Olympian, he's a Paralympian, and they do this really cool campaign where he is what they call the bionic fawn. So they have some Mugler like custom blades that he runs on because he doesn't have full legs. So we do it and they do this campaign. It's amazing, and it's called Amen Pure Shot. And that man was Oscar Pistorius. And they unfortunately had to pull the fragrance from shelves because it's called A-Star Men Pure Shot. And we all know what happened like a month later about, Oscar Pistorius and, shooting his girlfriend, which is awful. But yes, so they had to pull that from there. And we got to meet Oscar Pistorius before he was a murderer. I know. So that fragrance was renamed as Angel Men Pure Energy. And they had to pull the campaign that they'd obviously spent lots and lots of money on. I know. Exactly. I know. Yes, way, Renita. Yes, way. OMG, Phoebe. I know. We got to meet him. Yeah. And and we had to eat egg white meringues. It was horrible. Egg white omelettes. It was horrible. It did not age well, Ralph. You are correct. It did not age well. So yes, Angel Men is great. We're moving away from story time now. Here we go. Moving away from story time because, you come to Escentual Scents. What do you get? You get fragrance. You get leather daddies. You get murder. You could never say you were bored, could you? Never say you were bored. What I really like is if they did another version of this, which was a really fantastic fragrance called B-Star Men. Which was this really cool, like woody, nutty praline rhubarb thing with like a sequoia note in it. Really cool. If you love that fragrance, then you're just so upset because you can't find it and it's fantastic. I would love to have another bottle. Mine's very like down to the last minutes. Fantastic fragrance, but it didn't sell well. And I think that's because they called it B-Men, and they should have played on the idea of angels and demons and called it D-Star Men, and they could have had the villain and the angels, the angel man and the D-Man, as in demon. They never did a C-Star Men because that would be really rude. You couldn't call it C, but no. Anyway, moving on. If C was a superhero, who would it be? I'm just being naughty now. I'm going to spray some on. Yes, Kirsten, glad they don't go with the C-men. You stole my joke. You stole my joke before I said it. They should have got you on the team. Exactly. I should have worked for Mugler. I think I could have been, you know, I don't know, president of Mugler or something. You know, I'd start at the bottom as president and work my way up. Johnny Peacock would have been amazing. Love Johnny Peacock. Week's Reveal is sponsored by Angel and the letter. Fascinating. More stories, please. I will try and unveil story times as we go. We'll do story times as we go. I have lots of stories. Very Superman. Johnny Bravo. Yes, yes. Johnny Bravo would not work in a post-Me Too world. Let's just say that. The one from SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay. I don't know which superhero that is, but well, let's just say SpongeBob. Aquaman. Yes. Rippling muscles. Very much. I do have like an Angel Men comic book somewhere that I was sent. That was really cool. Yoda. Robocop. Totally, Joanne. Completely agree. There we go. So today's been very interesting. We've talked a lot about very strange things loosely related to perfume. Will you tell someone at the party? Yes, I will be at the party, but I'm not going to be live at the party. That's going to be Chelsea and Karen. Unless they just demand that I go on screen. Captain Fantastic, Terminator. Can see that. I can see that. Okay. Brilliant. I think we should move on from C because we've done a lot of that now. We've done C. We're done with C. We've done enough. Let's do D. Let's do D. I'm going to spray D. If I can get it out of the box. Bear with, please. There's a cartoon character called Maggot. Aline, do tell us more, please. I'm intrigued. You've piqued my interest. Doing D. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy from... I can't say Barnacle. Barnacle Boy. Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob. Gotcha. Yeah. D is nice. I like D. Let's do D. We're moving on to D. Come on, guys. Time for D. D looks like my chicken isn't cooked. It's a very strange colour, I have to admit. It's very orange. D is the best. Bring on the D. I love D. Oh my god, I so need D. Please, let's do D. Okay. Let's do it. We're doing it. It's a box of gummy bears. Bag of gummy bears. Apologies. I get berries. Love it, but it didn't last. This one's super popular. This is like, I would say, like the most popular modern gourmand. I'm sure Chelsea can confirm that it sells very, very well. Aline couldn't recognise it even though she has it. Sometimes that happens. It's yummy. So much love for D. All the love for D here. Can never get enough D. Yep. Coffee, uplifting, vanilla. Drea says that's her favourite so far. Yummy D, says Xenia. Blackcurrant, peppery goodness. I like this because... So I picked this one because it's probably like the most popular modern gourmand, I would say. Chelsea, would you agree? Chelsea, agree with me, please? And I think it takes elements from... It's a hot cake. We have confirmed. Confirmation from Chelsea. It's a hot cake. It is a hot cake. Has hot cake status. This one kind of like blends some of the elements we've seen in other stuff. So it's kind of got the coffee of Amen. It's got the vanilla of Vanilla and Coco. I think it's got some of the berry facets of Angel. It kind of takes from all of those, but I think it's less of a divisive punch in the face fragrance. More commercial, I would say, but not necessarily in a bad way. Siobhan says like love a dose because of licorice. Yeah, there's definitely an aniseed vibe, isn't there? An anise licorice thing, a darkness. It's nice. It's a nice fragrance. I like this. Doesn't last very long. Interesting. Some people saying that. Parent incense, fruity tunes. Yes, I'm with you, Gavin. Getting a bit of beer, licorice. It's favourite fragrance today. Can't stop smelling. Okay, Crystal says it's her fave so far, but still didn't love it. Okay, not a huge gourmand fan, or? Guilt-free ordering of D coming up with your 87p. Hey, I ordered something from Escentual today, and I believe I had 96 pretty pennies, so every penny counts. More of a crowd pleaser, I agree. Energizing, yes, agree. Definitely got Loverdose vibes. So what does it smell like? I think you get like kind of like this fruitiness with this licorice vibe that's kind of dark and a little bit inky, but it's got that like sweet saltiness to it, that aniseed vibe. And then it's quite floral. I think there is kind of a subtle white floral effect, kind of an orange blossom, tuberose, jasmine vibe that's very abstract. I don't feel like I smell it and go, tuberose or jasmine. I just go, yeah, white florals. Then it goes musky and vanilla-y, a little bit kind of, it's got that like darkness of coffee and patchouli in there, definitely. But it's just very balanced and very, I think, airy and light and easy. That's what I like about this fragrance, is it's easy. It's very nice. Do you want to know what it is? What this fragrance is? I mean, I think a lot of you know what it is already. Yes, you're right. It's another Mugler, everybody. I'm joking. It's not Mugler. I will not mention Mugler again. Absolutely, I'm going to mention Mugler again, and I'm sorry. Vanished like the snow in the Sahara, and just like Oscar Pistorius's Angel Man campaign, vanished just like that overnight. Okay, you ready to know what it is? I'm really sitting very weird now. I've moved from being off centre. I've got very casual and comfortable with you guys. I'm sorry. I'll be more professional. Please don't eat sample A, whatever the answer is, Siobhan. I feel like I have to say that. Please do not at home. Thomas Dunkley, sponsored by Mugler. Yes, literally. Except they don't pay me, which is, I really should probably sort that out. That's not a very good sponsorship deal for me, is it? The worst sponsorship deal, where you don't get paid. That is confidential, right, Lisa, to say I will eat my hat if it is not a particular fragrance. Right, shall we do it? Let's reveal D. Then we can all get on with our evenings. How about that? Here we go. D is Black Opium. Yay, you all got it right. There you go. We did Opium in the warm box, and it was very, very different to this. And I think really it's one of the flankers. It's not really a flanker, actually. I think it's its own thing. It's just using the style and glamour of Opium to do a new thing of it. So this is Black Opium. It is £47.60 for 30ml. And this is just a really easy floral gourmand with coffee notes and vanilla and like a licorice vibe. They've done lots of different versions of it. It has a very nice sparkly bottle, which I can see you through if I do that. And there you go. It's Black Opium. This is definitely the Eau de Parfum. It says Eau de Parfum on the bottom, so it is. There you go. If it was a pop star, who would it be? Crystal says a million times better than Opium. I don't know if I agree with that. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, and it is neither right nor wrong, just personal preference. Won't have to give to the squirrels. You cannot give your opium to the squirrels. That's against the law. Celine says, I have a story about this perfume. On holiday last month, hotel roommate got so drunk and she ended up vomited from both ends. Vomiting from both ends, Selena. Selena, you just made me read that out to 69 people on a live. Selena. The smell was overpowering, so she started to spray her perfume to hide the smell of her vomitron moment. No. Do not cover bad smells with perfume, because then you end up with bad smells plus perfume, and you ruin the perfume and everybody's lives. Selena, you made me say vomiting from both ends to people. Britney Spears, free Britney! Woo, Shakira. Oh, Mairead got 2 by mistake and they couldn't take one back. So she danced in the local shopping centre because she had 2 bottles. Amazing. Zendaya. Love Zendaya. She's amazing. Such a talented actress, that girl. And stunning. Can we just say Zendaya is amazing? Can we talk about that? Dua Lipa. On board with that. It's not related to Opium, Phoebe. It's absolutely not. Madonna. I could see Madonna wearing this. She loves the floral. Zendaya does do music, I believe. She's predominantly an actress, but she has released music. It's okay, Selena, I forgive you. Ellie says LaRue, Pink, a distant third cousin of Opium. This is like, yeah, this is like Opium's like great granddaughter. Okay, so let's do just a quick recap. So we started with the classic gourmand, which was Angel, Eau de Parfum. Such a cool gourmand that it's quite abstract. It's patchouli, kind of cutting through lots of fruitiness and caramel and candy floss and chocolate and vanilla. And then we moved on to our kind of a little bit more subtle gourmand, classic niche, which is Vanille and Coco by Coudray. Then we went super weird and we pulled open our t-shirts and revealed our blue chest hair, and we went for Angel Men or A-Star Men from Mugler, which is like a fougere, like lavender and mint, tar. There's a tar note in this, and then loads of like coffee and chocolate and vanilla and tonka and musk to create this super weird thing that really works. It's so addictive. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow again, I've decided. And then we finished up with D, which was Black Opium, which was a modern gourmand that kind of blends the licorice, the black coffee, the vanilla with a floral note and a floral accord and some fruit. And it's quite easy and nice to wear. There you go. Please tell us what's happening after the next box. Yes, I will do. So after the next box, I don't know what I can share. Chelsea, they probably want to do an announcement. I don't want to get in trouble, guys. Don't make me get in trouble. Chelsea, can I say anything? She did Singing for the Great Showman. Yes, she did. That's a terrible movie. Great soundtrack, terrible movie. I will not be taking questions on that matter. Opium last month was great. First time I smelled it, Opium's fantastic. I wish there was more. Can we sneak eat? Absolutely not. Not allowed. Or get shot. I remember when this came out at Debenhams and I shouted at my friend, don't spray out. I think it would smell like the original. Hilarious. Party tomorrow night, guys. Don't forget. Is it tomorrow, the party? Or I thought it was Monday. Give a clue. I'm allowed to give a clue. I'm allowed to give a clue. Okay, guys. I'm going to give you a clue. Ellie says, not sure whether I dislike Gourmand or just Mugler. Okay, well, we're going to move on to the next half of the box soon. So you'll be able to answer that question for yourself. I thought the party was Monday. I thought it was on the 20th. Am I getting my times wrong? Okay, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. It's the 20th. Okay. Okay, so I can give you a clue. So obviously we've got the citrus box, which is our final, that's our final box for the original ones, because we have done a total of, I think we've done, well, that will be our 13th, right? I don't remember. I can't remember. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I'm just looking at my notes. So we did, yeah, because we did green in January. So 13th box will be citrus. After that, we have got all of the boxes planned and mapped out with fragrances already picked for February 2022 up till December 2022. And I'm not going to tell you what those are, but I'm just going to give you one word clue as to what those boxes are. Notes. Okay, goodbye everybody. We'll do our next live on the 30th of December after Christmas. So have a wonderful Christmas. And I will see you soon. See you on the 30th. Then we'll see. I'm going to be at the party on the 20th. I'll be there in the chat. I don't know, are we doing that like a Zoom or is it just a live? I don't know. I think it's just a live. I think I gave a clue, but I think I've just given it away. Whatever. Hey, who knows? That's interesting. Haha, you don't know. So anyway, next box is citrus. That's on sale now. And yeah, I will see you guys all very, very soon. Keep telling us what you think of the fragrances. Let me know what you get for Christmas fragrance-wise in the group, please. I will be sure to post a photo of me stealing the bottle of Angel. I'll go find that now. Have a lovely Christmas or happy holidays, whether you celebrate or not. I hope you have a nice time. And I will see you again on the 30th, but I will be in the chat on the 20th. Biggest clue ever. Yeah, sorry. This is why I'm not allowed to talk to people, because I give stuff away. I'm sorry. I'm in trouble. I'm going to get stern talking to after this. Very stern talking to. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you soon.